back up for the intros. That way you can see my face. Maybe that will work, hopefully. Kind of. It's really hard at this angle, but man, I thought I had this all figured out, but my live video is different than my camera video. Okay, looks like we are going to have to view my messy room. That's slightly better. Okay, we're gonna just oh, there we go. I can see me. Except for the top of my head is gone. That's okay. Sorry, I'm a little behind. The kid was like raging against the machine today. I don't want to go to bed. I'm just logging in to look at comments because I cannot see them on my phone. Facebook does weird things. I think it's wine o'clock. Hello, people. All right. I hope everybody had a good day today. Mine was a bit stressful. Oh, here we go. You know, I'm just gonna set this off to the side here because I can't today. Phew. Hello, person, whoever you may be. Introduce yourself. I am just not. Today is not my day. It snowed here in Virginia, like a lot of snow, and of course my Final Destination brain was up all night, like feeling like the roof was gonna come crashing down upon me. So I'm like freaking out all night, don't get any sleep. My cat is like, I want to go outside because she refuses to go in the litter box. And so when she goes outside, she's like, what is this on the ground? Why is it wet? And why is it on me? So she was like in and out. I don't know. It was just a really bad night. So I was tired and I'm behind on homework because I'm in college still. And yes, this has been my day. So I'm a little disheveled, but it's okay because we have wine and I actually prepared quite a lot of material in wine facts because I realize we need some wine 101. Yep, up in here. So just trying to like situate myself again. So I hope you guys enjoyed last week's paint stuff. I just realized that I ran out of material, and this cart right now, since it's so blasted cold outside, we're gonna just paint inside where it is warm and climate controlled and all that. Speaking of though, I got these like cool new slippers. Look at them. They're like little granny slippers. They got a cat and a yarn, and they're like house slippers. Best thing ever. We are on a slab foundation, so my floor is freezing cold. So, okay. Welcome to Straight Lines and Good Wines. I am your host, Megan. I am the owner and artist of Lolo Rose Design. We are currently live on Facebook and Facebook only because I can't manage a lot of cameras. cannot. And YouTube seems to hate it when I go live. So I've determined that I shall just upload this to YouTube later. And I try to read the comments when they come so that when I am on my YouTube, when people see my YouTube, they'll know what I'm talking about and what people are talking about. I know that some people don't like it when comments are read, and I know some people don't like it when comments are not read. So, voice your opinions, either or. I also would love wine suggestions and any wine facts, tips, whatever that you so want. I'm not a professional wine taster. I am just a huge enthusiast of wine. I used to work at a wine store and I did a lot of research. It was an international wine store, so we only had like imported wines. We didn't have any like domestic wines. So I kind of grew my knowledge, but I love to be tested as far as like I want to research more. So if you guys have any wines that I've never heard of or varietals, aka grapes, that I have never tasted, I would love to taste everything. So let's just get into it. I'm not gonna wait for anybody to be on my live. Yes, YouTube, nobody is watching live right now, but that's okay because I can be a one-man band. I don't need no audience. This is my cart, my child's cart. It's a fully functioning cart. I just decided I wanted to hand paint a bunch of bugs in it and make it, seal it the crap up because I have a kid and I know she actually tries to ride this thing a lot whenever she sees it. And I have to tell her to back away, back, 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 back. Little sword fighting emoji, back. Because it's not done and it's not fully sealed. Anywho, point being, well, I'm kind of all over the place since this is like my second time doing this type of format with wine and painting at the same time. So it's like, what do we do first? But I think I'm going to go through the wine first so that we can all get toasty together. And then paint. And I do want to put this out into the universe. I'm going to get more consistent at this, and I want to start doing dual lives. Like I want to be live with somebody and painting and drinking wine together. We could be drinking the same wine, we could be drinking different wines, it doesn't really matter. We'll figure it out when we get there, but if anybody would love to paint with me live and do a bunch of different things, let's do it together. First off, this is a red. It is called Guru, I'm assuming that's how you say it, Gold Red Blend. I know it's backwards. I'm not completely sure how to make that not backwards, so if somebody is smarter than I am, please tell me. I think we got this from Costco. So it's another Costco wine, because frankly, good wine doesn't have to be ridiculously expensive. It can be cheap. It is rated at 93 points, which we will get into all of that because I realize not everybody knows what this point system is or means or any of that. I opened it to aerate it, which means you're allowing oxygen to touch the wine in order for its full flavors to come out. When they bottle it, they take the air out, so it preserves it. So if you want the full flavor of that wine, you want to let it aerate. And that's when you see like people doing this whole like swirl thing. It's to allow the wine to touch as much surface and get as much oxygen into it as possible. So that's what aerating means, and letting it breathe. And it does totally affect the taste of your wine. If you ever notice about opening a bottle of red or whatever, when you first open it and immediately pour a glass, it kind of like tastes like, whoo, punches you in the face. But as time goes on, as in a short amount of time, like 20 minutes, it tastes like a totally different wine. That's because of aeration and letting it breathe. So you learned a new thing today. bunch of other stuff on here. This is a Spanish wine. It's from Spain. Its year is a 2017. Thank you for liking my video. So sweet. It's got, well, when you smell it, kind of smells like a cherry. Vanilla-y. I got wine on my lip. Kind of like, you always kind of smell it to get that taste. Hi, David. Stop distracting me, David. You distracted me because you're so cute. David is my husband, for anybody who doesn't know and is watching this later. So it's got berry currant. I'm losing my train of thought with black tea. Okay, back on it. It has firm tannins, which are juicy and lively, which we will also define what a tannin is as well. Oh man, I am so tired. It is, oh yes, the varietals. So the varietals means the grapes that it was made from, and a red blend means that it's made from a bunch of different types of grapes. So this particular wine is made from a Monastrell, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, a Cab, and a Syrah. Those are all the three grapes that are in this. And a Monastrell, which I have never heard of this grape before, is actually grown in Spain and some types of, or some areas of France. So it's like a type of grape. The 93 points we've got from Wine Spectator? Yeah, Wine Spectator, which we will get into that if you're curious. So let's define what tannins are. If you've ever been a huge wine enthusiast and you've had to describe what a tannin is to somebody, most of us who are not sommeliers, which are professional wine tasters, describe tannins as the way it feels in your mouth. Like some people describe it as cotton mouth, or how it dries it out. I would define it as silky, velvety. I think another term a lot of other people use is, what is it? It starts with an A. Astringent. Astringent is what a lot of wine enthusiasts use. So if any of those words make sense for what happens in your mouth, that is what a tannin is. How it happens is they are introduced through fermentation, which tannins are what, it's centuries old thing. It's how when they take it out of plants and bark and stuff, that's how they cure leather. And now a lot of plants use that as a way to like say, don't eat me, I'm not tasty, because it doesn't feel great in the mouth to some animals. And a lot of the tannins are affected by climate. So let's say your grape was grown in like a warmer climate like California. So these warmer climates allow the grape to ripen super quickly, and thus the tannins are like super powerful. Whereas a cooler climate like France, like Bordeaux, France, their grapes develop slowly, so the tannins are a lot more subtle. And like I said, that's from like the stems, the leaves, the skin of the grape. All that is from what produces tannins. So tannins are introduced when a wine is fermented with the skins on them, and if they are not with the skins on them, like whites don't typically have the skins, then if they want those tannins in the wine, they will then seep it in grape flesh, grape skins. That's how they do it. That's how they introduce tannins into wine. So, bam! You have been educated on what tannins are and how they happen and what it's supposed to feel like and how you can describe it to somebody else. But bam! So next I wanted to go over what wine scores mean. So on this wine, you'll see right here that it says 93. And it also says from Wine Spectator. So if you go to any place that sells a bunch of wine, a lot of these wines are going to have points on them, like 85, 92, 94, 98, random points, right? So most people understand that the points mean that it is a very good wine, and the higher the points, the better the wine is. So this is how it happened, right? The 100-point wine scale started from a wine magazine, and they made it popular. So these wine critics like to communicate the quality of wine through the point system. And since it was popularized by the magazine, I think it was Wine Spectator actually that popularized it. And how it's done is it's a blind taste test tasting by critics, and they will score it based off of a few things. I actually have the rubric: color and appearance. So the color, if you like tilt your glass and look over a white surface, you can see what the color, the pure color of the wine is. An appearance. Aroma and bouquet. So when you smell it, what do you get? Flavor and finish. What you taste and how long that taste lasts. And then the overall quality, and that is how they rate the wine. And there are 3 main magazines that do this. It's Wine Spectator, Wine Advocate, and Wine Enthusiast. The only reason I tell you this is if you believe that one magazine is better than the other, or one magazine's critics are better than the other, you can see what the point system is and what magazine critics that particular point system came from. So the 100-point system, most wines will not brag if they got a point below 80, because that's like bragging that you got a C- on your test. They don't really want people to know that their wine got scored that low. So here is the scoring for you. A 60 to 69, wines are flawed and not recommended. 70 to 79, wines are flawed and taste average. 80 to 84 wines are above average to good. 85 to 90 wines are good to very good. And 90 to 94 wines are superior to exceptional. 95 to 100 are the benchmark examples, or classics. So my 93-point wine is considered superior to exceptional. So I want to ask the question, do you think that a wine that is 90 points or better is the wine that you should be buying? And I say no. Here's why. If you take a white, like a Riesling, to a red, like a Cab, and they're both 90 points, they're going to be completely different wines. This might be good in the Riesling area, but if you kind of try to compare them together, there's no comparison. They're completely different grapes, completely different everything. So you might want to go for what you like what you like in varietals and regions and stuff like that. Meaning I like Syrah grapes, Tempranillo, I like those big, bold, red grapes. So when I see a wine that says Tempranillo from Spain or whatever, I'll probably try that wine. Even if it's not rated, I'll still try it because I know I like that grape and I like Spain as a region and I like Italy as a region. So there you go. That is mostly what I have to say about wines. And if you're going to ask me if a wine is a good wine, I'm going to ask you if you enjoy it, and then that means it's a good wine. Except for you Stella Rose people out there. That's just juice. Don't try to mask that to be wine. Disgraceful people. Disgraceful. This is a good wine. I think this wine was, less than $15 for the bottle. and it's at 14% alcohol content, which is pretty average. It's like 13 to 15%. And then the dessert wines get like 18 to 20, which was like, whoo, getting toasty. All right, now for the main course, which is painting. I'm just gonna set this guy off to the side because he's in the way. I hope that was really informational for you. If you guys have any other questions or you want to know, no question is a bad question when it comes to wine. And if you missed it, this is going to be up on my Facebook and on my YouTube, so you can get my whole Wine 101. It's not everything, but it's pretty close to a lot of things about wine. So now we're going to get painting while we get toasty on wine. And we're going to paint this side. Don't worry, I'll move you. You don't want to see my face. We've got a few things on the side of the cart and on the back on the other side. And then this dude is done. And we can move on to the high chair. Get these things out of here. Get them out. All right. Let me... Boom. Hopefully you don't fall over. I'm actually a little nervous about it, so we're going to shorten these little legs. You would think it's as simple as just holding the thing down. It's not. There we go. Bam. So you see I got a little centipede here. And I plan on doing like a butterfly and a beetle and like a moth. I know you can't really see them, but they're like silhouettes, if you will. Alright, should we paint first? I think we should do the butterfly. And I'm thinking, I don't know, what color are you guys thinking? I need a pignon. I have all the colors of the rainbow, so I don't know why, but I kind of want to do a blue. So let's do a blue. This is called Pedal Pusher, and it is, yeah, pretty good blue. I don't know how to describe this blue. It's not baby, it's not navy. I don't know, what's a good description for this blue? Alright. Now we are painting. I feel like a lot of people are busy today. On Thursday, January something. The day that the stock market was taken by the normal people and the hedge fund managers are freaking out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we can talk about it. Ask me in the comments and we'll talk about it. But it's a momentous day to me, at least I think. You guys seen this green dresser I've been working on? I've been putting the progress of it in my stories because usually I'm really fast about finishing a piece of furniture, but this sad weather we're having is really bumming me out, man. I can't paint in it, it's too cold. Bam! Let's get his little head. Poor little guy. Doesn't have a head. I feel like that's off, so we're gonna give him kind of a big head. Kind of looks like a stingray right now. Stingray. This is when we need music. Another sip of wine. Let's do the Beetle. Brush awareness. Let's do the Beetle in Kissing Booth, which is like this gorgeous, like hot pink color. I think this is the color I can never keep in stock. I don't get people's fascination with it because I'm not fascinated with it, but a lot of people are. And I mean, I get it. It's a really, really vibrant, beautiful color. It's actually, I think, one of my favorites. It's pink! I know, it is pink. It's like a hot pink though. It's like a really beautiful hot pink. Look at this little beetle dude. I'm gonna give his little legs pink too. Ooh. So the wine, Brittany asked, what's the wine? I missed it. The wine is a red blend from Spain, and it has a Cab, a Syrah, and a varietal Montestrel, which is also called like another M name, but I didn't want to dare even try to pronounce it because I'm like, I'm gonna butcher that. It's gonna sound horrible. So, but a lot of grapes go by like many names. So that's kind of like one of the more difficult things to do when it comes to the wine community is, I don't know, they're like the Navy, you know? Every other branch in the military, their ranks are pretty much the same, all right? Corporal, captain, private. No, in the Navy, it's like petty officer, recruit, seaman, airman. You know what I mean? So confusing. People don't get it. The Navy had to be different. Well, wine people are like that. You grow in this area, you gotta be different than the rest. Like if you grow in France, you call the same grape different in France than what you call the exact same grape being grown in like Australia. Crazy, right? Oh my goodness. That's the trick with these. Sometimes the lid gets stuck, so you just bang it on the ground a little bit, and then it comes undone. These are plastic containers. I hope none of you were like concerned. They're plastic. The cans, like the 32 ounces, are cans. So we've got a moth, and I'm feeling like he needs to be white. Oh, he's gonna be pink because my brush still has Kissing Booth on it. Sometimes the bugs tell me what they want to be. I have an accent wall job coming up, you guys. It's pretty freaking exciting. We're going to be doing a marble wall. And I do plan on filming that and maybe doing a tutorial. Not 100% sure yet. Here we go. Look at that cute little pink moth. And then we just have a little dude, and I think I'm going to make that a ladybug. I'm going to put a ladybug on here. Next I'm doing Little Black Dress, which is the same color. I painted my black and gold vanity, which is sold. Look at that little dude. You're so cute. Brittany asks, what kind of bugs am I painting? Random bugs. I like to call anything that creeps and crawls. So a centipede, which is already on here, a butterfly, a moth, a beetle, a gnat, I guess you could call that, and then he's gonna be a ladybug. So I'm gonna get out, not that. Maybe I didn't bring reds in. Suspicious. Oh, wait, I did. Woo! That was close. And of course, you guys can tell me, paint color ideas. I'm really pulling this out of my butt sometimes. Just like, yeah, this looks like a good color. Oh, this is Carnival Red. It is, I don't know how to describe it, because it's not, it's like a fire engine red, but it's also like not a fire engine red. It's like a, I don't know. I don't want to like say what I think it is and then be totally off, and everyone's like, that's not what it is. And yeah. Okay, the butterfly has now dried, so for reference, let me not knock over my wine glass here. Sandstone red, Brittany says, that is a good representation. So this is my other butterfly. He takes up a lot of room. I know this is very chaotic. That was the point. I wanted it to be insanely chaotic. For kids, because like they love to stare at things. This is a moth here, and that's a beetle. I have beetles everywhere. And that's my little bumblebee. Isn't he like adorable? He's going into a sunflower. He's so cute. So cute. Yeah, so this guy, sorry, brief wine tasting moment. What color should I do him? Should it be Firestarter? Should it be a green? This is Fancy Farm Girl. Got tans and reds and pinks, and I think I've got a little bit of purple. How about we do purple? I'm just deciding what I want. Green. Brittany says green. All right. Green it shall be. Green it shall be. Let me peep what I did. I forgot. It's been kind of a little while. Okay. I think I know what I'm going to do. What is his body? We'll paint his body green. I think even his top shall be green. Bam! He is green. Wow, my feet are going out. Brittany asks what gave me this inspiration. So I actually started painting this guy months ago, and I was inspired by a Pinterest photo of a trunk in a green to yellow with a bunch of like flowers and bugs. And I, being the tenacious one, was like, I can paint that by hand. So I started on this journey and then was like, wow, this is a lot of work. And then got busy with other things and decided, nah, I don't think I want to do this anymore. But so it's been sitting in my garage ever since. This is Blue Iris. I've decided to do it because it's a cobalt blue and I think it's beautiful. Anywho, let's do this. So now I'm like, I think that it is time to finish what what I've started. And then we also have a glorious, what's the name? High chair to do. Cool. Can't be completely even. And then he needs a secondary color, and I think that shall be green. I am modeling this particular one. Yes, Brittany says we should become a sister business where she does the detail work and I just tell her what colors to do. I like that because she does miniatures, everyone. So if you guys are in the Salt Lake, Saratoga Springs area in Utah and you like to play role-playing games, I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, she does paint miniatures for such games, and I think she's actually really good at it. So I know you whatever you want to call yourselves, creative people out there, wish that you could paint your miniatures. Super cool. You should hit up my sister, Brittany Lang. Find her on Facebook. Or, yeah, she's pretty fantastic. Or you can send it to her if you're not in the area. He's coming together, guys. I know he doesn't look like much, but he is getting there. Alright, we need, I want to say something crazy, but like French millinery. No, it's not gonna happen. Maybe on another one. We'll do Monet's Garden, which this is the exact green I did on the dresser. It is a dark emerald green, and the dresser I did it on did not come out to plan, but furniture has a funny way of giving you an interesting perspective on life and saying, I shall not be what you want me to be, I shall be what I want to be, and that is the end of that. And you just have to say, yes, yes, little furniture. Alright, it's getting around the spot. Green is done. I can't sit cross-legged for terribly long. Oh, my phone. I forgot to plug her in. And she says, feed me or I will die. And I shall feed her. I have the cord. Sorry to... I know that wasn't the most prettiest picture to see. Close. There we go. We are charging. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we are not gonna die tonight. Oh yeah. It's been about 37 minutes of amazing fun with wine or tea or whatever you all drink. Okay, we are on one of the final stages. I vote white. That's what I shall vote. And we are going to do fun things. Let's see, all the way up. Okay. Look at this. He's looking like the cutest little butterfly in all the land. In all of the lands. it. Touched it while it was wet. Not supposed to be even. They do need to be solid. Coolio! Oh. Actually, let's see. Let's give this guy we'll do green on green, which I'll think. With some white mixed in because I haven't changed the color. Don't you worry. He will come to fruition when I paint him black. Do you all need to be closer? Can you see what I'm doing? I know this isn't grand. We will move on to grand things once it's not so cold outside. I actually have an idea for next week, so I don't want to announce it because I'm not 100% certain I shall do that. Alright, I think we shall paint the ladybug and then call it a night. I don't like to be on for hours on end, even though it's perfectly capable of doing so. I think this is the little black dress, yeah. This is a little black dress. You wanna know a fun fact about a bug that you may know or not know? Ticks are considered arachnids, right? They're part of the spider family. Wow, that poor ladybug's leg is super long. But yeah, ticks are part of the spider family. Isn't that crazy? I did not know that. Here you are. This is the progress of our child's cart. And it is exciting, obviously. So riveting. Thank you. Let me, come and put you guys up. There we go. Whew. I'm old. My hips are old. Thank you for coming to this episode of Straight Lines and Good Wines. We rate this wine the Guru Gold Red Blend from Costco, rated at 93 points. A good wine. And I hope you all have a fabulous day. I'll see you guys next week. I have ideas if we're going to continue the cart, or I show you guys how to put on a transfer, which we can talk about. Depends on if the weather allows me to finish the piece that I'm going to be doing the transfers on. If it does, we shall do it together. I'll see you guys next week, same time.